So last time we had a great time adding potentially millions of dollars to a brand which was Dropbox, because we created them a YouTube video that would actually drive results. And excuse me while I create a drink for me here. What I thought is we should do a similar thing, but right now do it for a big influencer. He made some good waves with the lifestyle content and he brought back lifestyle content. So I was like, okay, if this guy wanted to make millions of dollars from selling information, this is exactly how I would do it if he gave me that task. If he told me that, hey, let's create a channel together and let's sell info on what I know and what I know best, this is exactly how I would build Dalen YouTube channel if he went more into the business and info side of things. I will do this completely from scratch. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Of course, I have some ideas like off the bat, but I will just do this right here, right now, just for practice myself and for your enjoyment and for your information, basically. And before I start, I have to show what I have done already, because otherwise you wouldn't even listen to me. I helped Codebender scale his channel. We got him 700% more views than usual in the last 28 days, 215,000 instead of the 60k that he had. A majority of the leads that he had came from YouTube, which resulted in a lot of money, but I won't say it publicly. Same with Tech with Suleiman. He came to me, we can't hit 10k views on videos, so we worked together, got him 50k, 60k, 140k, 27k, and I have done more screenshots, worked with smaller channels, bigger channels, and a lot of different things. The reason I show this is just so you know that I'm not pulling this out of my ass or anything. I know what I'm doing. And with that being said, let's come to the channel and let's see. He has the vlogs, of course, and I have watched many of his vlogs, right? But what stick out to me and my idea, which I will actually write down as like ideas. So what I got from his videos, that he is great at team managing skills and building company culture and stuff like this. Basically everything that people who have a successful business has to do, like the CEOs who are not in the day-to-day operations, but they are like working on culture and so on. My only problem with this is not too many people have these problems. Like, I don't know what market is there for people who just want to manage teams and get skills in leadership. Like, I know it's a big market. I don't know how many YouTube views does it get, so let's search it. 180k, staff manager start leading. Okay, 2.6 million. Managing people, Steve Jobs, like who wouldn't click on that, right? Okay, so there are people who are interested in this, and like this can actually be a very good. I thought that this niche will have less views, so this can be one way that we go. Another way that we go, of course, we could go the content creation route, but I don't want to do that. I think that's just easy solution. He actually has a video, 49,000 views, on how to lead your team as a business owner, so that's not bad. Like, that could very well work. And he has a more recent video that talks about a similar thing. Okay, so this is good, talking about how to lead a great team, how to build a great team, how to do everything after you have scaled your company. Of course, this won't get millions of views because not millions of views are affected by this, but we don't care about millions of views, we care about sales. And for this type of offer, the LTV can be insane. I had another idea though. I'm wondering what that was, because of course he has the e-com flow, sunglasses and so on. And e-commerce would be cool because e-commerce would naturally scale into his software. So he couldn't just sell like his information, he could sell his software to the people who get to that level. Now this is another thing, but I don't know how good Daniel is with e-com. Like, again, I said I know he has the lens, but I don't know how, like, did he have a partner or stuff like this? Did he do it alone? So right now I'm thinking about these two and which should we go for. I think the e-commerce space all in all is quite like busy and there are a lot of people doing that. So I might actually go with the team management skills route and the team leading route. So we would do that. Like, the offer would be basically helping business owners level up their leading skills, making the team perform better without any extra costs. This is actually not a bad offer. Of course, you would have to put like exact time frames and exact things. But for us and for the reason that we want to do this, it's enough. We want to sell this, right? We want to sell an info product, which is probably should be like a one-to-one coaching with like training content. But like these people don't want to sit down and watch 6 hours of courses, you know. They want to get on calls, they want to ask their specific questions and get their specific answers. But still, it's very good to have a base training content that people can go through right off the bat. When they buy, they can go through it. They don't have to wait for the call. I mean, they have to wait for the call, but until then they can still watch it. So this is our offer currently. Let's get to what we do best, and let's find a video idea that would get him many customers for this offer. Now, of course, I want to just note these videos down that he already done in this niche and already done in this topic. Okay, so a lot of people talk about building a team, not about leading or not about like getting the best out of them. And I always say to my clients as well that you have to give the people what they want, and then in the video you can give them what they need. Like for a dog, you don't give him the pill, you give him a ham with the pill, you know. So if the market wants how to build a team, and then in the video we can say, okay, this is how to build a team, but it's not enough to build it, you have to keep it and you have to manage it, then that actually works the same as our idea, but we got a better packaging which gets more people's attention. So let's get deeper, let's start clicking on videos and let's start what they do. Okay, I actually found this video, top team leader skills tips for being a great new team leader. 16k subscribers, 233k views 4 years ago. It's probably outdated. I don't know why it got many views, but let's find out. Let's check if this guy actually still uploads to this day, or is he just gone forever. 4 life lessons from Squid Game. That's interesting. I mean, that's not actually a bad idea. It's of course over. The Squid Game hype is over, but like you can actually take advice and tips from the Squid Game, I believe. 5 tips to make you a great team leader from day one. They don't really post anymore, productivity ace, but that's proof that we can get subscribers using this. And now if we use good video ideas, then we can actually blow this channel up. But of course you want to note this video down as well. And okay, of course I'm not going to show everything I do, and I'm not going to do very depth because that would be quite unfair for my clients and for my students, so they just get promoted and don't know if they are good enough. That's a very big thing about our audience. Steve Jobs is Steve Jobs, but I want to check if there is something in here that we can take. Yeah, just what I thought. Didn't really give us anything because it's just Steve Jobs. Elon Musk would be probably the same. 5 tips to make you a great team leader from day one. Okay, so this is similar to this video that we have here with new team leaders and so on. 5 crucial tips on leadership for first-time managers. Okay, I want to go more into the direction of being a leader all in all and not just first-time leader. So I want to go on more of these type of videos and see what they're talking about. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that this niche is actually very far behind. These titles and thumbnails are not very modern, and anybody with a half brain could come into this niche and take it over. I'm not saying that the videos and the values are bad. I'm saying that from a YouTube standpoint, this can be improved so much, and I'm not trying to hurt anyone who creates videos in this niche. I'm just saying that there is an opportunity here to do this. Now, the reason that now we have to ask ourselves is, okay, there isn't anybody who really does this. Is the reason for that? Like, there are many millions of people who are great leaders, so why are there no YouTube videos about this that go in depth, or YouTube channels that just create now videos consistently? It seems like everybody just talks about this once or twice and then just moves on. Like every podcast has like an episode about it. People, CEOs create videos about it, but they just move on. They don't really care. And this raises the question if this is actually a good niche and this is actually a good thing to get into. But right now we don't really care about that. We will just do it anyway. One thing that I see from these videos is that they give a lot of tips. They give a lot of like 5 tips, 5 hacks, they just talk, and there is no framework, there is no like full guide that takes the whole topic and breaks it down step by step, so it's easier to take it in action, because it's not enough to watch the video, you have to implement it to actually get results. So what I would love to do in this video is to give them a framework that goes from step 1 to step whatever that it takes to actually lead the team very well. Because the problem, if they get like 5 tips and they are like, okay, this is tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, tip 4, tip 5, they are like, okay, I just watched this, but they have to remember the tips. They have to remember, okay, I have to do this. Okay, now tip 4, now tip 2, now tip 1, and it's just out of the place. It's just they have to remember everything. But if we give them a step-by-step framework, then they are like, okay, step 1 has been done, let's go to step 2. What was step 2? Oh, this was okay, so the step 2 done, step 3, and they just go step by step, and it's much easier to process the information and actually implement it in their actual work. Now, one other thing is I would love to speak about experiences, so it makes the video much more clear. So right now, off the bat, my video title would be how I manage 254 plus people in my team, or something like this, you know, where I talk about how I do something and not how to. Of course, I don't know the exact numbers, and I don't know where if Daniel have these numbers that could be good for a title. This is where I would ask the client, okay, so do you have any experience for this? Okay, so I just came to my title writer, because titles actually give good ideas, so I like to get inspired from them. How to lead like a CEO when you're brand new. Okay, this is not that bad, and I would probably do this for somebody who is not Daniel, who has a different brand, because I feel like this doesn't clock. We don't just hit the idea, we hit the brand as well, and this is what we have to get, not just getting a viral thing, but also is it possible to do with your current client. With for us now is Dalen. I wouldn't feel like this type of title would work very well. Of course, we could go the route of like POV leading 254 people, but this is just using his brand. We are not trying anything here, we are not progressing or practicing here if we do this, so let's take that away as well. Now, I really like this angle as well. Leading a team is easy actually, but I still feel like these are just weak. We don't have that kicking power that we could have. Okay, Cloud is playing games with me. I only messaged them once and it's reached its maximum length, but it gave us what we needed. The simple leadership system made me a better boss in 30 days. Now, I like the beginning, but I hate the end. Made me a better boss in 30 days. This is just not what we need. This simple leadership system made me 1.2 million at 24. This is now very powerful. I don't know the numbers. I just came off top of my head. I don't know how old is Daniel. I don't know how much he made, but this applies the desired results, like making a ton of money, and includes that using a simple leadership system. Simple makes everything easy, makes everything sound good, and of course if we show the value in an easy, simple way and show the framework, then this is not clickbait. And that 24 gives that little just flair that shows that he doesn't really have experience, and it kind of like shows the contrast between like you are 24, you shouldn't be able to lead teams, right? You are too young to lead teams, you should be working still. But if you are at 21, 22 leading hundreds of people, that's something very interesting for other people who want to learn more about leadership and or just curious on your situation while you are leading a team at 24. So currently I feel like this is the best one. Now we could play around the word with leadership. We could say like not leadership, but this simple team managing system made me 1.2 million. And then we could play with this simple system made. These are the variations that I came up with, but the thing is the same. We have Daniel, we have the system, and we have the results. So let's create a thumbnail for that. Pull up Photoshop. Until we do that, let's check for the channel. Hopefully we can find a picture that we can use. Now this would be very good. Okay, I'm looking at Instagram and I see a bunch of pictures, but I like this picture would be good, this talking picture, because it's like about teams and shit, but the face is not visible. This can be actually good, and this could be very good as well. I feel like this won't really be it, but we don't know until we try. Yeah, actually I don't really want to do that. Really like this look that he has here, so I just screenshot a frame out of. Okay, let's put that in here. Now of course we have to try to get the text out, and let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we will work with it anyway, because we can make it work, because we are thumbnail geniuses with insane talent in creating thumbnails and decades of experience. And yeah, just what I said, decades of experience. Yep, okay, this will be good. Let's make this a whole picture. Just my face is in the way, of course. Okay, perfect. We have a good basic picture. And I remember in the last video I had to redo the thumbnail because it was so bad, but right now hopefully I don't have to do that, and we can just roll with what I create at the first time, at the first try. Okay, we are making progress. Ooh, I just created the actual framework, and now we can make this a little bit bigger, probably. I'm obsessed with making everybody bigger on the thumbnail. I do this like, I think 40, 60 times a thumbnail. Now we have to find relevant icons and just fill this out. I will just put some random icons that may look like about leading the team and doing stuff like this, so it's good enough for us right now. Now I want everything to be colored, but it would be awesome if it was similar style, like everything were the same. And of course at the end we have to put a money icon. Thumbnail isn't thumbnail without anything money related. So let's just put that in and let's get over with the thumbnail. I think the reason I like this is the base picture. I really like this base picture. I feel like this is a very, very good snapshot that can be used for tons of amazing thumbnails. Okay, after putting my secret sauce on the thumbnail, this is what we get. So this is what we got now. I think it actually looks kind of cool. Of course, we could work more on the thumbnail, making it look a bit better by doing some different stuff, different choices. But right now for us it's awesome. This simple team managing system made me 1.2 million at 24, and we have this thumbnail which makes everything so clear. I would actually think about putting text on the mid section here. I will just try it right now. So a text right there would not be so bad because it would give more context. Of course now this looks awful and I wouldn't post it this way, but if we could work more on this and figure out a way, then we could put text here. And of course we have the privilege of using Dalen's face, which will be seen and almost immediately clicked on by anybody who sees that he has a new channel creating a new type of video. So we have that privilege, so we don't have to worry about that much of text. But I would probably think about putting a text here, which would just make it that if I look at the thumbnail, I know exactly what is the video about. I don't even have to read the title, and after I read the title I will just click on it simply because it's a simple team managing system that made me $1.2 million at 24. Hopefully this was enjoyable to watch. This is very good practice for me. I like to do this type of stuff. Only problem with this is I can't reveal everything, so I can't get instant in depth with creating these things and showing what I do. I do some stuff out of camera, but I don't cut in because it would be hurtful for my clients and for my own services. But if you want to learn how I look at these ideas, how I do this, then just drop a comment idea and I will reply to you and I can show you my whole process, of course not for free. This has been just an hour, nothing crazy, but if you want to know what I have done for Dropbox and what video idea I came up with for them, then just click on the screen right now and watch that as well. So thank you so much for watching.